Came through with the minion, and you got the Green Goblin.
Good old Gobby.
Oh man, what's up, everybody? It is Thursday, and about that time for us to geek out for the next half hour. Welcome to Zia Comic Weekly, where we get to discuss all things nerd and some of the stuff that you may have missed over the last, it seems like forever. There was a lot that was thrown at us over these last couple of days, but we get to discuss all those great things. Remember, if you want to jump in on the conversation, if there's something you guys want to say, something you guys want us to talk about, you can always drop the comments. We gladly will discuss them. Joining us, of course, he survived, everybody. Troy
Hey,
Limitless.
I made it back.
Before we started the show, I asked him, I was like, man, like all that. I was like, you go out to Tijuana when you were out there? And apparently that's no time to go to Tijuana.
No. San Diego Comic Con is unlike any other con I've ever been to. It's just its own animal, dude. It's hard to explain. The whole city embraces it. Like for about a mile around the convention center, everything is themed for Comic Con. It's
Man,
crazy.
and we're just glad that you're back to fill us in on everything, because trust me, from all that we were seeing coming through the Instagrams, through maybe some of our favorite social medias, even seeing what you were posting, there was just so much to take away from just the weekend that it was, and some of the great surprises and everything that happened. So without further ado, let's get to it. I've been so excited for this episode because there was just so much to take away. But first, you survived. How was it? What was it like, San Diego Comic Con, for you?
It's always a blast. There's so much there's no way you can do everything because there's just so much going on all at the same time. You have your panels, which I used to be a big panel person. I'd wait in lines and go to see these panels where you get to see all these people. But now it seems like 5 minutes later they're posting it on YouTube. So
Yeah.
I don't do the panels anymore. But there's always at San Diego Comic Con, you don't go and get meet and greets and photo ops and stuff with these celebrities. It's just they're usually in somebody's booth, or they're paid to be somewhere, or they're in the network or movie house booth promoting what they have coming up. And a lot of it's like on lottery. You have to get lucky and get it. And we did get lucky. I got lucky and got the Ozzy Osbourne. I know Jackie posted about that. That's one of the only times Jackie posts is when it's something like that. So
Yeah, I mean, we've known for the longest time what piques her interest. I'm telling you, man, there's something for everybody. And so
yeah,
when you mentioned last episode about Ozzy, I told her right away, and she's like, "Are you kidding me? We just talked about that." I was like, "Yeah, that's where he's going." So. But man, that's got to be a crazy experience too. For those that followed Zia Comics on TikTok, and we saw, how was it, man? Just for that you won that lottery for that.
Oh man, it's that's something newer they've done. I think they've only done it maybe 2 times prior to this, but used to you'd have to get up at the butt crack of dawn and go stand in the and I do mean butt crack, like it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to get in line at the sales pavilion, to get in line to hope you get the chance to wait into another line and then get the whatever exclusive you're looking for. Well, they've changed that now, and each day you have a ticket for, you get X number of points that you can apply toward these different exclusives. So I put on Friday, I put all my points into Ozzy, and then the rest of the days I put them in different other exclusives like for Funko Pops and things. But when it came back, and I was reading through, oh yeah, you won this, this, and this, and I was like, that says Ozzy. So I had to, looked at it again. I was like, no, it really does. It says Ozzy.
You have to start asking people, like, does it say what I think it says?
Am I reading this right? Did I have a stroke?
Because you're so hyped for it that you're like, okay, I
Yeah.
think I'm reading. I don't know if I'm just imagining it,
Yeah.
but no, it's for real.
Yeah, it was for Ozzy and Todd McFarlane. And the 2 artists they had for Patient Number 9, I guess Todd did some artwork for their Patient Number 9 album. and they're also doing an Ozzy Osbourne comic book. So they had all four of those guys in that booth signing, and it was a madhouse. It was crazy. Everybody was trying to get close to Ozzy.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to, man? I mean, it's
Yeah,
just it's right there, man, and it's just so crazy because then when we see what you obviously, so you got a signed copy or you got something signed, and I
right.
saw what exact break down what we saw on TikTok from Zia Comics.
Well, it was a limited edition print. Like I said, I got the notification saying yes, you won. So I had to show up between 6:30 and 9 o'clock up in the sales pavilion to get an Aussie wristband and a ticket, or just the wristband. I got the ticket later. So then you go and you get in line. They tell you, the signing was at noon. They say, "Oh, well, don't line up before 11." Don't listen to those people. I got
Right.
in line at 10, and there was already a line. And so you go through the line, and then if you have a wristband, they give you a ticket. And they line you up against one of the walls because he was in one of the interior booths. And his line was so big, they moved Kevin Eastman's signing somewhere else because the line was so long.
Man.
So then
So
they walk you over 10 at a time to the booth. You give them the ticket. You go in, and Ozzy's there, and the two interior artists and Todd McFarlane. And they're basically signing, and pushing to the next guy, kind of assembly line. And, they look up and talk to you while they're doing it. So you give them the ticket, then you go over to the other side, and you basically say hi and wave to them as you're walking through, because that's the only interaction you're going to get. And then they hand you the print, and then they cut off your wristband so you can't get back in line.
yeah.
And that's it. So you wait in line for 3 or 4 hours for that quick 2-minute deal.
Yeah, but it's definitely a memory that's gonna last a
I
very
would
long
do it
time.
again. Yes, I would.
I mean, of course you would do it again. That's why they cut your wristband because you were gonna go back and do
I
it
would.
again.
Yeah, if they would have let me, I would have been that guy.
Hey, but you know what though? You think about it in those moments because you're just like, I think I can do this again. Let's try it. I mean, just for any little thing, because they're like, if I could get into
Yeah.
this screen, or if I could, I'm gonna go for it. Like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah. Well, they will kick you out. They will ban your badge, so you can,
Yeah,
because to get a badge with them, you have to be in their system by your name.
yeah.
So if they ban you, you're banned for life.
Oh, yeah. That's one you don't want to definitely get banned for. Now for a lot of other things that happened at San Diego Comic-Con, let's talk about some of the big headlines that we definitely saw on social media. Now you mentioned about the panels. Obviously, it looks like the minute that they were happening, we were seeing them on TikTok,
Mhm.
Instagram, everywhere. So, what was one that stood out to you the most from everything that was really announced over those last couple of days?
Typically, Hall H, which is where they do all their big panels, that holds like 6,000 people. It's crazy. And that's the one where you saw in the one video, the people were lined up under the tents
Yeah.
and out across the street and down the marina and out into it's crazy. Usually it's the Marvel announcements that are big there, all the upcoming movies and series. And it was again. I
Yeah.
think other than that, Keanu Reeves was there for the Berserker comic and something else. The big name people usually have their panels in Hall H because it holds 6,000 people. And
And it's
it's
leading out into the ocean. That's how long that line is
yeah,
apparently.
I've gotten to Hall H a few times in the years past, but I had to sleep in the marina. I literally slept on the concrete in the marina. I'm too old for that now. I can't do
There
it
comes a
anymore.
point where you're like, yeah, that's a young man's game. I can't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I'll
So
just go on YouTube later and see the whole thing. But the thing is, at those panels, they usually have cool swag that they give away.
yeah.
Really cool stuff that's very limited. That's the benefit of actually attending the panels in person.
Yeah, and I think the takeaway, especially from 2022 Comic Con, is I mean, this is the first big one that they've had,
For
with
years.
COVID hitting in 2020, and then I mean now they're back. I mean, it definitely was something that yeah, I mean, it was just everybody was talking about Comic Con, it seems, and I think it's just for that reason, like you said, COVID in 2020 and nothing was happening, and now look at what we got to look forward to for the next 5 years of content that we're going to be
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah, I've got some stuff. I've got to put the video together still of all the stuff that I taped there. But
Mhm.
I think the attendance was down for San Diego this year, but I chalked that up to it being they were very very strict on the COVID stuff. You
Yeah.
couldn't even cross over onto that side of the street unless you had the risk. You had to go get proof that you'd been either vaccinated or had a negative test within the past 72 hours. Then they give you a wristband. And if you didn't have that wristband, you didn't cross the street. They wouldn't let
Yeah.
you anywhere near. And you had to wear a mask inside. And they kept giving reminders over the PA system like every 10 minutes to wear your mask and wear it right.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people stayed away for that reason. I know a lot of the celebrities didn't come because they were afraid of possibly catching it. And a
Yeah.
lot of them have it actually in their contracts if they're working on a series or a movies that they can't go to events like this until everything's cleared up.
Yeah. And I mean, for what we saw, I mean, we definitely saw appearances from some of our favorite celebrities, some of our favorite action heroes. But one thing you mentioned last week, and I think that's one thing that people can remember, it's not just what's happening at Comic-Con and Hall
Right.
8. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, if you just outside across in the Gaslamp district, you had the new Game of Thrones, the House of Dragons. They had a huge setup outside the convention center. There's new Apple TV series. I can't remember the name of it coming out with Ben Stiller. They were set up over there. There's a bunch. I can't remember which network it was, but they had like their 4 or 5 big shows that are coming up set up over in the Gaslamp. If you went a little farther out, like we went out to the I'm a big Kevin Smith fan, so we had to go see the movies pop up out there. And it was closed when we went, but we got to see from the outside and everything. It looked really cool. The Dungeons and Dragons tavern was set up out in the gas. I mean, you don't need a ticket to get inside the convention center. You can still go and just wander around the Gaslamp, and there's so much. You'll never even do everything out there. It's crazy.
Man, I mean, San Diego is just embracing that from all aspects. I've told you in the past, I've been to San Diego for the aftermath. Like, it just so happens that the week that we showed up, it's like it just ended, and it literally looks like that like after party scene where they're like someone's walking with their shoes and they're barefoot. I mean, that's what San Diego, that's what it is. It really is right now. Is everyone just looking for their car? Like, where did I park? Because I mean, it has that effect.
I was like, you should see the airport on like Sunday night and Monday morning. It's the same thing.
They were like, I don't even know where I stayed. I came with my brother, and I don't know where he's at, but hopefully he flies back.
Yeah, it's really like that because it's just it's a 4-day extravaganza party of nerddom. It's without experiencing it, it's hard to describe it to people because they're, oh yeah, I've been to cons. No, you've never been to San Diego. It's crazy.
I just was glad that I get to, and I kept checking you too. I was just like, okay, yeah, he did. And here I am showing everybody. I was like, I'm living through Troy right now because he went to San Diego. I think after we got off the show last Thursday, I told everybody here, I was like, he's leaving to San Diego. Like, so I was like, yeah, he's gone. He's taken off, and I'm excited.
My phone died a few times, and my camera's batteries died. I couldn't even capture all the stuff that was going on.
Yeah,
I tried to show a little bit on TikTok in between waiting in lines, and whenever there was a slow period, I could stop and do something. But it was it's always amazing all the stuff they pack into that 4 days.
Well, one of the things that I was excited about, and definitely, I'm sure you saw it too. Like you said, you get back and a lot of the big announcements. Marvel definitely, I think, took the cake as far as the announcements and just everything that they led with.
Yeah, I mean, all the way, even up to the point with the new Daredevil series that they're pulling in, bringing in Charlie Cox again with the new outfit, I think, and Vincent D'Onofrio is Kingpin. From that, and then you had the the new Wakanda trailer that dropped, which has a ton of stuff to unpack in that video, man.
I mean, that definitely is going to be for next episode, because I mean, just in that trailer, so many questions, so many possibilities. I mean, we're in the multiverse now at this point, so it's like, where are they going to go? And I believe Wakanda Forever is going to be the last of Phase 4, if I'm not mistaken. This is the last one for Phase 4, and then they start making their way to Phase 5.
They're introducing so many new characters, and they still haven't revealed who's going to wear the Panther suit,
right?
Or if they even have any more of those flowers that Killmonger burnt all of them.
And I mean, theory of mine, I think Killmonger's still alive. I think
They could bring in an alternate version. Like you said, the multiverse is
It,
alive and well now. So
yeah, I mean that one. I think the one that I was excited for, I got to give it to DC. Of course, with The Rock and Black Adam. I mean,
oh yeah,
if you're gonna match up with what Marvel was doing, you bring The Rock in, and yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I was excited for Black Adam, but then we got another trailer, we get another look at it, and for those that maybe have never kept up with his origin story and what exactly this character is, I mean, it's exciting now, and I think people are gonna be excited to go see that in October.
yeah. And when there's a new Shazam coming too, and those two
Yeah.
characters are really tightly tied together. So I'm wondering when they're going to finally meet on the screen.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. From that to you got the Marvel to the TV shows, and then when all this is going on, good old Disney Plus drops 3 rated R movies on their
Yeah,
streaming service.
yeah, that's right. They that's very uncharacteristic of Disney to
Yep.
go R rated. So
I think it was the perfect time for them to do that with everything that was going on. I don't know if they were trying to secretly slip that in there, like, okay, here's Logan, Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. But with with Ryan Reynolds, nothing is ever low key.
yeah, the word subtle is not in his vocabulary.
Yeah, I saw his Instagram where he was putting the not intended for people who watch Bambi, and I can't believe this is the first grade. Like, I mean, and then it just kind of got people talking, like, what is he talking about? At first, I think a lot of us thought, here comes the Deadpool 3 announcement, and then Disney Plus.
Yep. Yeah,
So
he's fully embraced that character. He really loves that Deadpool character.
he plays it good, man. But this also leads to the conversation with can we get more of that content? I mean, are we going to see Luke Cage go that direction? Some of the Disney Plus shows. Is it a possibility to start seeing some of these shows have that, rated R to mature audience level, within that realm?
Yeah, I don't see why. I mean, if you look at the stuff that was on Netflix, Punisher definitely rated R just for the violence.
Yeah.
Anytime you pull Kingpin into a series, you're probably going to need a rated R.
Yeah.
So
Ghost Rider too. I could see Ghost
yeah,
Rider.
yeah. They did say something about Ghost Rider. I wonder if they're going to pull Nick Cage back in, or if they're going to recast.
I mean,
Is it going to be Johnny Cage or Danny Kvetch? Is it going to be, there's a lot of questions or the new one, the Robbie Reyes. Just a lot of questions with Ghost Rider.
Yeah, so I don't know. I watching the backlash of, obviously you see all the backlash for Disney going rated R with 3 of their movies, and it's like, obviously there's a reason why they put password protection on it. They knew this was coming eventually. Like I just it was gonna eventually happen.
Yeah, I mean, they still have their family friendly stuff. They
Yeah.
just now they have more adult leaning series
Mm.
and movies.
Well, I mean, you think about it. I mean, we're 2 grown men talking about what's going on Disney Plus. I mean, I don't know who watches it more, me or my son at this point, because
Yeah, I was just thinking I need to rewatch Logan. So
it's one of the featured ones, and I saw it. I was like, I think I might need to go Logan. On Monday, I had the day off. For some reason, I went on an Avengers kick. I went through and just kind of followed the story. I did Avengers. For some reason, Captain America. I don't know why. I was just like intrigued by it. Went, first Captain America, and I just kind of followed that timeline. But I don't know. I'm missing Captain America, I guess.
yeah, well, even Chris Evans is saying, Sam Wilson, because somebody said something about, Chris Evans will always be Captain America. Steve Rogers is always Captain America. And Chris Evans even posted on Twitter. He's like, no, Sam Wilson is now Captain America. So he's ready to pass that mantle on. And it happened in the comics. There's been several people who played Captain America. So,
Yeah.
I love Chris Evans as Captain America, but I really like Sam Wilson too. So we'll see where they go with it.
And that announcement also came out too. You got Captain America: New World Order, which, by the way, for all you wrestling fans out there, I mean the memes, man. Y'all don't hold up on the memes. All of a sudden, Hulk Hogan dressed as Captain America.
I would pay to see that.
It was crazy. I tell you, some of these memes that I come across because they announced that the new movie's name called New World Order, and they found something of him wearing a Captain America hoodie. And it's like Captain America, brother. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Just see Captain America talking to Red Skull, calling him brother.
He's just hulking out. Just,
Look here, brother.
you.
Too bad we couldn't have Macho Man to be Red Skull.
Oh man, right? I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Oh man, I was excited for what we're gonna see. I think for a while there, I think we even said on a few episodes, we're like, I don't know what's next, and then, well, here you go.
Yeah, well, Marvel laid it out for you. Here's the timeline.
Yeah, here's 5 and 6. So, although there are some things that I think people are wondering what's going on. I mean, like there's some things that are missing, but I'm sure they'll eventually pop up within Phase 5. I mean,
Yeah, well,
sequels to
you
Moon
haven't
Knight.
seen a whole lot of Kang since Loki, and he was
Yeah,
supposedly going to be the big bad, but now there's rumors that it's going to be Doctor Doom is going to be one of the big ones because
yeah,
I think they're trying to bring Fantastic Four back.
yeah. And but I don't remember if that one's like. I mean, that one's closer to when we get the new Avenger movies.
Yeah,
So we're definitely, yeah, man. We're in good hands, man. I'm just excited. Although I laugh because certain people are like, we got to wait till 2025. I was like, well, you didn't think they were making the movies right now,
yeah.
like.
Even after they film them, post production takes quite a bit.
Yeah.
Usually a year or so just for post production.
Looking at some of the searches, just as far as when it comes, it looks like the Russo brothers will not be directing the upcoming Avenger movies. It looks like that the director for Shang-Chi will be taking the helm for the upcoming Avenger movies.
I'm good with that. I loved Shang-Chi. I thought that was that movie really, really surprised me with how good it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was everything that we enjoy. I kind of felt something new, something fresh. I think it was just what we needed. I mean, I got the same feeling for like when we saw Black Panther make its way. It was something different, so we're getting a different take. So I don't know. I'm excited, man. We can marvel out all afternoon, and it's just there's not enough time, but it's exciting, man.
I'd like to see him make a movie or a series just with the supporting characters. With Aquafina, was it Kat Van Die's, all those supporting characters. Have them all be in one series. Just see what their story is.
You're talking. Oh man, there's the police officer from Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Michael
Oh
Pena.
yeah, Michael Pena.
I want him to narrate the whole thing.
I know a lot of us were hoping that he would narrate Avengers Endgame. We're like, if
Oh,
you need a good recap, it would be him to do the recap. Like, so there was this one guy, right? Like, oh man. So it sounds like overall, man, it was a blast. Comic-Con. It's definitely one for the record books, and we're glad that Troy the Relentless is back.
yeah. Well, that's. Have you been watching What We Do in Shadows?
I haven't.
Oh,
So what where are we at right now with that? Like, what's your thoughts?
I like it. Was it season 4 already?
Yeah.
Every time you think they can't introduce anything new, they do. It's Taika Waititi. So it's just I love the series so much, and I love that they're letting Guillermo get a bigger piece of the action now.
Man, it's just and it's great because I think that show has shown up at a time where it's like, okay, I think we've just like, I mean, after Stranger Things, there was just so much going on, and now you just get like that. I don't know. It's like a little bit of sense of relief. I don't know. It's like a calm before we'll see what else happens, but it just fits. It finds its right fit, and we started watching it, me and my wife, and I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna be one of those shows that it's just like it's gonna be there. It's like you gotta keep watching it. Like you don't want to turn it off.
Yeah, they're not menacing vampires. They're like if you crossed vampires with normal people.
Right? It's like, is this how it would be if it was just like an everyday thing? Like this ain't no like I'm here to suck your blood. Like
I'd like to see, some like they're in Staten Island. I'd like to see them do a Southwest like Las Cruces vampires.
we see if we could start that around here. That will be happening in October for Halloween. So guys, so let's talk about Comic-Con, Las Cruces Comic-Con. So we talked about the San Diego one, and we're gearing up for Las Cruces Comic-Con, and not that many days left to get those VIP, right?
Yeah, well, I think we're for this one. Like I said, we wanted to end the online sales for VIP and weekend, and we started thinking about it. And We're still going to um, at a certain date. We're just going to cut it off to ship them out, but I think we're probably going to still sell them.
Okay.
A lot of people are, were calling up, saying, "Hey, I'm still saving up money. I'm not going to have all my money saved up by then," and
No.
so, some different other things we're taking into account. So at a certain, at the end of July, in the next couple of days, we'll cut off the point to where we'll be able to ship them out, but you'll still be able to buy them and pick them up at the door. You just won't have the advantage of already having them in hand,
Yeah.
because we don't want to deny anybody, getting that VIP in weekend because they didn't save up the money yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, so that's great. So those that are thinking about, especially with the next payday coming up,
Yeah.
I mean, now's your chance to get them. So make sure you get your VIPs.
Yeah, in fact, we just got some more of the swag arrived yesterday. We came home and there was like 30 boxes in front of the garage door, so we had to move all those so we could bring the car in. It was the water bottles. I don't know if you saw the little square, where's my camera right there, square water bottles we had that have all the logos on them for Zia Comics, El Paso Comic Con, and Las Cruces Comic Con.
Nice.
Because people are always, drinks and food are expensive inside a convention center. So, a VIP or weekend getting the tumbler? Nope, just VIP. They'll get those tumblers. So, you can go fill them up at the water fountain and carry it around. You have something to drink the whole time.
Yeah.
Without having to pay $10 for a bottle of water. So,
By the way, if you guys are out driving out and about, make sure you guys pay attention. I saw the Ted DiBiase billboard, and also saw Cell. I was driving down Loma. I was like, did I just see? I was like, I think I saw Cell. My wife's like, who's Cell? I was like, Dragon Ball Z. Sorry, I was like, but no, man, I saw the billboards around town.
Yeah, they're starting I think they started like earlier this week, hitting. I saw a couple on the digital billboards. So yeah, the ads are starting to hit. I think we're running some in Alamogordo also, and we're wanting this to be big because we want to be able to do it bigger and better next year.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. Troy, you don't get like 5 days of recovery for like after San Diego. Like, there's not like a, hey, you know what, we gotta give you 5 days just to recover from all the madness of Comic-Con in San Diego.
Oh no, I mean, I was working while I was in San Diego. I mean, still had to do ordering, had to do the weekly orders for comics, had to do payroll, had to do advertising, trying to run all the advertising for not just for the store, but for Las Cruces Comic Con and all the weekly event stuff that we have in the store. So yeah, even when I'm traveling, I'm working. That laptop gets a lot of use.
We need to get him a cape because he's a superhero.
No gifts. It'd be like Edna.
Your last time before we signed off, we were talking about how you guys are just a few away from. You guys need to get some follows on TikTok, right?
Yeah, we capped over 800. So we still need 180, 190. So yeah, please go so we can start doing lives on TikTok.
I told you my 10s and 10s were gonna go, so
maybe that's what pushed us over.
I know, right? They were like, "Okay, here's your 20." I was like, "Yeah, that was Joey's 20."
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, guys, follow them on TikTok. Of course, we talked about this last week about how if you guys follow them on TikTok, they'll be able to start going live, so that way we can, get some more live content from you guys. Stuff that is going on. I tell you, there's always some great stuff that is always going on with you guys. Whether it's the update on the Alamogordo store. It's what's happening, with what's happening here in Cruces. You guys always have stuff going on, and then even with the San Diego update, it's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, we got another one coming up. I think next week or so, we're going over to Phoenix to the Game On Expo, which is a big gaming event.
Nice.
Because we got to get ideas. Why not start another event, right? I mean, it's not like we've got much else to do.
Right? Why? What do you mean? I'm busy. I'll just keep
no.
Guys, remember to keep up with them on the socials. Troy, hit them with the socials. Where can they follow you guys?
On the old school Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
That's right. And follow them on TikTok. Let's get them over that mark that they need to go live. And me, you can always follow me, Big Show FM on Instagram, Hot 103's Big Show on Facebook. Joey on the FM on Instagram. Shout out to on TikTok. Shout out to my tens and tens of followers.
You need to start making some more content, man.
Man, I tell you, I got a few videos in mind, but then I'm just kind of like, I didn't save it right. So I don't know.
It's
You
always the dumbest videos you won't think do well are the ones people want to see.
Man, that's the most annoying thing. I post a video of me just smiling and 1,000. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Jack are coordinating. We're coordinating dances over here, and it's like 2 people liked it, and it was Martine and my wife and me, right? Oh, sorry, it's 3. Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. Remember, you can catch us here every Thursday. You can always jump in on the discussions. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. And of course, we're always here to nerd out with you guys. Until then, we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Later, nerds.